what we've seen is that this cycle so far has been ETFs.
Yeah.
So U.S. institutional money going to ETFs, and those money go to Bitcoin because the Bitcoin ETF is the biggest. I'm always bullish.
Me too.
So if you ask me, at the deepest winter in 2019, I'm bullish. 2022, 2023, I was bullish. And if you ask me at the peak, I'm bullish, and then the market goes down, have a correction. And, it's very hard to time the market.
Yeah.
So far, the markets go on 4-year cycles, but it's very hard to tell, if this one is going to be shorter or longer, etc. So, but I think if we take a long view, we're so early. People, when they invest, they're very impatient, right? So, of course, when I invest, I want to see my money 10x tomorrow. Why not, right? But the market doesn't work like that. If you're chasing things that are against how this world works, you're going to be always disappointed.
Where are we in the crypto cycle right now? It's a question every investor's asking, but few truly understand. The headlines are shouting about Bitcoin's all-time highs, but behind the numbers is something deeper, something that could reshape the financial system forever. In this video, Binance founder CZ sits down with Raoul Pal to talk about why crypto and Bitcoin price predictions are center stage for investors. From governments stockpiling Bitcoin as national reserves to AI agents paying for everything in crypto, we're entering a new era. But it's not all hype. CZ warns, the market humbles everyone. Timing is tough, and hype fades, and this crypto bull run will be unlike any other. He gives his prediction on Bitcoin's next move, and why 2025 is all about the future of money, technology, and power over financial markets worldwide. Let's get right into the interview with CZ and Raoul Pal as he gives his crypto and Bitcoin outlook and what we can expect in the weeks ahead. Drop your comments down below and subscribe if you enjoy the content we do here.
Just starting them on the Bitcoin journey, the first thing that we get all of our friends to do. What about the kind of strategic reserves idea as well? Because that's the hot topic people are seeing happening. Talk us through that and what you're hearing.
There's a few countries who are extremely advanced on that topic. I think Bhutan, I believe His Majesty King of Bhutan is actually in the city today. He's an early crypto adopter. He's a very smart guy. And they have excess energy, clean energy, hydro energy. So they've been mining Bitcoin for years.
Yeah.
So they have billions and billions of dollars of Bitcoin for a very small country. Now they've added Ethereum and BNB to their national reserve. So the early adopters are moving forward. Based on public information, U.S. seems to be using the holding, at least no longer selling the Bitcoin. Some of the OGs like us actually kind of hope that governments will sell their Bitcoin so that other guys can buy them cheaply. But, with this U.S. administration, they're very business savvy. So they understand what's valuable. So now they figure that out. With the U.S., with one of the world's largest economy holding Bitcoin now, or making a crypto reserve, other countries are forced to do it because the later you do it, the more expensive your crypto will be. So I think we are talking with many countries on advising them how to set up a strategic reserve, and also even very simple stuff, very basic fundamental stuff like what wallet solutions to use. Do you use a professional custody solution, or do you use your own cold wallets? Do you have enough expertise to build that kind of infrastructure, etc. So for most countries, most countries' starting amount are not as big as the U.S. Right? U.S. have 200,000 Bitcoins or something. For most other countries, when they hold much smaller amount, we actually just recommend them to use a professional custody solution that's multi-sig, right? So no single person can move the money. When they build up to a certain large amount, then they should move to their own cold storage solution. So there's a lot of discussions along these lines. Yeah.
Where's Europe in this whole equation?
Nowhere.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So I don't see Europe in this discussion. Yeah.
No, it's extraordinary.
Yeah.
And, because in the end, this technology enables average people to generate wealth, to be involved in a financial system, and Europe's actively blocking them out.
Montenegro is actually quite pro-crypto.
Right.
We have an active dialogue with the prime minister there, and he's a very forward-thinking leader. So, but other than Montenegro, I don't have any other, it's kind of missing on the map.
So what gets you excited when you're looking at the crypto markets these days? What innovations, what things are happening that you're like, this is really interesting?
I think the crypto industry, so there's a lot of money flowing around. but they're all chasing short-term gains. So I would like to sort of help the founders to build real products. So I'm a builder myself. I like to see products built that a lot of people use. So I think that's the single most important metric. It's not the token price. It's not everything else. It's just building use cases for people. So this is why I'm actually spending majority of the biggest chunk of my time today is spending on Easy Labs with founders. So talking with founders, looking at different projects, and just trying to help them. There are still many strong founders. It's just that their voice is a bit muffled right now. So I think we got to help those founders to be more vocal, more active, and also more engaging in the community, and help them raise money, help them design proper long-term token economics, etc. So that's where I spend actually quite a lot of my time.
And when you're looking at how AI is going to change even this industry,
oh yeah,
outside of just developers using AI to write faster code, but
yeah. So I think AI has a lot of use cases. Well, number one is AI, I believe, will completely revamp the user experience, how you interact with blockchain.
UX feels like it's all going to...
It's all going to change, right?
Yeah.
So I think AI has so many different applications that... unfortunately, this industry happened before AI, so we need to change this industry to an AI-enabled industry.
Yeah.
Both in terms of apps we're building, product tools, customer support, risk management, risk monitoring, and also AI itself can use blockchain, right? So I think, as I tweeted before, the currency for AI is crypto. AI is not going to swipe a card, enter SMS code. That doesn't work for AI. It's going to be crypto. So, and then AI needs a lot of data to train. Today, they exhausted the public data, but there's a lot of data we don't capture today. Those data can be captured in a privacy-preserving way using blockchain. But if you give those data to a third-party company, then you can't ensure your own data sovereignty. So capturing of data, it logically should be done on the blockchain. But today, it's easier technology-wise to do it on a centralized platform. So we will hope to see that transition happen.
As the price for Bitcoin sits just over 108,600, investors are watching as new all-time highs are being seen more frequently in 2025. CZ says it's the fastest pace of adoption of any investable asset in all of human history. By the end of 2025, there will be 1.1 billion active crypto wallets. The pace of growth is hard to comprehend, and it will be the fastest accumulation of wealth we have ever seen. This is the conclusion of a career's worth of research. And every single chart and piece of research leads to the same conclusion. Liquidity drives everything, and crypto will be the best performing asset of them all. Raul has been stressing to investors for months that all the factors are beginning to align right now, a period characterized by parabolic moves upwards in crypto prices.
Today, many people, there's so many different AI agents with a token, but the agents don't have a lot of utility, right?
It's experimentation still right now.
So what I would really want to see is like real agents that have real utility, like that can really help you, that have tokens. So today, there's so many platforms. You go to AI token launch platform, you click a button, you get your own AI with your own name. Takes 3 seconds, and then you have your own token. That token is useless. Well, I would say 99.99999% of those tokens are useless. There may be 1 or 2 for sentimental value, for culture value, for other things. But what we want to see is real AI agents that can do things. Today the big ones like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, etc. Those are real big AIs that can do a lot of stuff. There's smaller AI than those guys that can do a lot of stuff. That video editing, image editing. And I've just seen a demo of an AI literally paying for hotel booking. Today those AI have to go through a website. Hopefully in the future that it should be AI talking to AI to book that, right? So I think in the future we will see a very heavily automated world. I think I was talking to a fund manager yesterday. They say of 8 billion people in the world, of the data that we generate every day, it's about 300 trillion tokens. Like token meaning not the crypto token, meaning the words for AI tokens. Today, AI is generating about 10% of that today.
Wow.
In the future, though, AI will generate 10 times more than we do. So when we have AI will interacting with each other. There'll be so many exchanges in the tokens, in the word tokens, or in the interactions. And then there will be more commerce. The AI will be trading with each other. They will be paying each other. They will be transacting. they will use crypto.
This whole nexus of AI and crypto is very interesting. The other part of AI that people don't understand yet is if we're not careful, we're going to have 2 or 3 giants, and we need decentralization within that industry too. And I think blockchain plays a role in that. Have you any thoughts on that?
Absolutely. So today, the big AI companies use our internet data to train their models, and that happens to be with a few large internet companies, Microsoft, Google, whoever else. But going forward, as I said before, there's a lot of data that we don't store. And now we're going to be smarter about how we store our data. So they should be stored in a permission way that we only allow access when we want to, and we should be able to monetize out of it. So your health data, you can be anonymized and then used to train different AIs. Every interaction you have, every thought you have, etc. If you want to, you should be able to digitize that, blockchain tokenize it, and then be able to monetize it. So in the future, I think and also we're seeing I think we'll give credit to the first few centralized platforms that have the scale to innovate. But once the industry is proven, then the decentralization will happen. Now we've seen that with DeepSeek, they open source their model, and now everyone can use that at a fraction of the cost. And so I think we're going to see more and more of that coming. So I think the future is going to be quite decentralized.
Yeah, it's also interesting because crypto's the fastest moving industry most of us had ever seen until AI came along, and now it's multiplied the whole thing.
Yeah, so that's normal though. Every new industry is going to be faster than the previous one. So internet develops so much faster than traditional industries. But with blockchain now we have internet. So we can develop so much faster than internet companies. So I think Binance is probably the first company to reach $1 billion in profits from startup to $1 billion in profit. But that's because we had the internet and then we had the blockchain. And then AI companies are now post blockchain. So now if they do it well, they can easily monetize. They can easily use distributed token economics. And they should be able to grow much faster.
So let's give CZ's advice on coming into the industry from you, what to do, what not to do.
Sure. I think the fundamental thing is there's no magic bullet. There's no magic formula. Stick with fundamentals. Don't get too excited. When people say, look, this project's really hard. If you don't buy it this minute, then you're gonna miss it. Don't go for that. Just stick with fundamentals.
CZ stresses this pattern is normal and necessary to flush out weak hands and reset leverage. He highlights Bitcoin's high correlation to global liquidity, which remains supportive, even during temporary liquidity air pockets. He believes the market is setting up for another strong leg higher. Similarly, Bitwise CIO Matt Haugen supports this view, pointing to a dip-then-rip pattern, where sharp pullbacks are typically followed by massive rallies, up to 190% gains historically. Both argue that patience, not panic, is key. As the momentum in the crypto market is building, and institutions are positioning themselves, CZ says everything is about to change. He says the next phase of the crypto cycle is critical, and he's stacking big bets in his portfolio right now. With the next bull market, and with crypto and technology being the biggest investments this year, CZ says that he's remaining bullish on digital assets after significantly increasing his position size during the last bear market. The former Binance CEO gives a portfolio update on which crypto assets have the biggest upside in the coming months. He says we're about to see massive capital pouring into the crypto space. With major pension funds and institutional investors on board for the coming cycle, CZ predicts that crypto is on track to be a $10 trillion digital asset class. CZ says that this cycle will separate itself from its predecessors, as devalued fiat currencies will push more adoption into the crypto market and bring in more capital than we've ever seen before. Bitcoin is one that is headed for an unprecedented price milestone, and Raul foresees a financial tidal wave that will catapult cryptocurrency to new highs. Raul Pal says the crypto world is on the brink of something massive, a seismic shift for Bitcoin and crypto in what he calls the banana zone. As the momentum is building and the institutions are quietly positioning themselves, Raul says everything is about to change. He recently shared his take on the current economic uncertainty, with tariffs and recession fears creating market volatility, that a major market rally is on the horizon. And that's where Bitcoin comes in. Bitcoin has been trading more like a risk asset lately, meaning if the market recovers, Bitcoin is expected to surge alongside it. But the uncertainty is key here. If the market remains stuck in limbo, Bitcoin could face short-term pressure. so we could see a sharp recovery in the next week. The bottom line, Bitcoin's next big move depends on how this plays out.